By the way, this is not a dead body. It's just the way. Uh, yeah, it's not a dead body. You all need to just know that. Okay. As a student, life isn't that simple. Before coming to a certain country, you're like, oh my God, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be amazing. But it's not easy in games in the end of the day. But the thing is, life does get easier over time. And my goal with this documentary right here was basically to, just let people express their feeling on how life is as a student in countries like Poland or many other countries, basically all around the world. Students do go through the same feelings basically anywhere in the world. So can you please introduce yourself and tell me your current status? What do you do basically?
Hi, I'm Nhi, and I'm a university student in Poland. My family first moved here right after I finished middle school. It, it was a sudden change, which I think was especially hard for my teenager self. The culture, the scenery, the people, the rules, almost everything. It's like I have to relearn social skills all over again. Everyone back in my home country, or maybe even here, say that high school is the best time of our life. But to me, it's totally opposite. I was mostly alone, trying my best to adjust into our new life, and I just kept thinking about my close ones back at my hometown. Now I'm somewhat used to the pace here, Poland, although there are still things that I couldn't get accustomed to. Luckily, with all the encouragement I could possibly get, I managed to get into uni and I'm doing all I can to graduate.
So, what are the main distinctive features between life back in your home country and life in Poland?
When I first got here, I thought the most distinctive difference would absolutely be language. Like suddenly you have to speak in a whole different language and depend on it entirely. It's stressful and overall tiring. I'm not saying that I'm bad at English. I just didn't invest too much in it during middle school. My ability back then might be on a survival level, and before you say anything, I don't regret it. I just invest in another language, and that's all. Looking back, I guess the language barrier might be the reason I have become a timid person and lack confidence. It's frustrating when you can't find the correct word to express yourself or the situation you are in. It's hard to be who you are when the words just stuck in your throat and hold down the conversation. I admit it, my high school self had its rough. A teenager navigating life at her best, struggling to voice her thoughts and to find like minded people with such a timid personality. I wish I could be a little more stubborn and spoke up my mind with any vocabulary I got. Perhaps I could learn and grow faster through trials or errors, but then I chose the wrong way, which slowed my process down.
Oh no, when coming to a new country, you do not find your own people. So how hard was it to find people from your country, people you could have a bond with, basically? Because as we all know, if a certain person is from a certain country, it's a different kind of a bond between those people.
Mm,
And how was the adaptation process like, basically, when you first came in Poland?
I did attempt to connect with the Vietnamese community here in my area. Somehow the experience left a bad taste. since they didn't bother to speak Vietnamese with me, like at all. It's totally understandable because there are people who were born and raised in Poland and they were taught Polish entirely throughout their lives. But the people who came here later in their lives, they just ignored my Vietnamese and carried on with the conversation in English. It irked me having conversation in English all the time, even with people from the same country. I wanted to find comfort in hearing my mother tongue in a foreign place, and they just didn't provide it, so I only talked to my family members. What kept me going through those times was I came to the realization that if I couldn't find what I want here, I could search for it online. Indeed, it started getting better from there. Hmm, things have changed a lot. University me has learned to accept what happened and move on. Vietnamese or English is alright. If I just keep everything to myself, I might not be able to grow with the opportunities I have here. I make friends in uni and discuss various things, which then turns into learning experience for myself.
So, lastly, if there would be any advice that you would give to yourself, yourself that came here around 1 year ago, what would that advice be? What would you want to tell her, basically?
Oh, I can answer this immediately. Due to the circumstance right now, I want to have a word with me in my first year of university. Listen, I know you are lost, confused, and just lack of support, so you didn't make a good preparations or decisions for enrollment. Before starting university, I had decided my major pretty clearly. However, at the time of my enrollment, I failed to make a status form for my major, which led to my status becoming undeclared for a while. I worried and it would prevent me from starting my study here, so I was just doing what I thought necessary but followed no proper process. It was all over the place. Then my naive past self thought, well, maybe the advisor can help me. But it couldn't because they're not from my major department. Luckily, I managed to find one that was, and they slowly helped me sort things out. They're beyond helpful, and I'm forever grateful for that. Here's the thing, me in the first year, when you were at that, please ask that advisor your study program so you could enroll classes smarter. Quick throwback to the time where there were two classes related to each other, and I didn't study them back to back but 1 year apart. My university process was a whole mess, and it's only coming together lately. In general, my advice for my younger self would be smarter planning and preparations. Good luck, you have been doing great. And final words, I hope this could add something to the general picture of students study abroad. Each person has a different experience because we get to study in different countries, universities, and majors. The most necessary thing for us all might be accessible resources that we don't get lost in foreign life in general. So I hope everyone can have the support system that they need.
It's a mini documentary, so that's what I could come up with in a week. Hope you like it, Mr. Marson. And yeah, hope to see you next semester. I want to see you in the class, man. Come on, we have to meet in the class. It's too much online. Leave online. Let's come back to class. No more COVID. Why are we caring about COVID anymore? So yeah, golden hour, perfect light. So I was like, oh my god, this has to be the perfect time. But yeah, see you guys next semester and take care. Bye bye. We won yesterday. Argentina won the World Cup. Man, I am crazy about it. Oh shit, now you know when I recorded this video. Shit.